Greetings, Dr. Joseph Martin here for you. Happy Divine Father's Eternal Day. That's connection with cosmic consciousness. We're going to look at this from 5 points of view, but first let's just say this is Father's Day. It is June the 15th, 2014, here in the 21st century on planet Earth. Happy Father's Day to all of you men around the world and to the women who take on fathering roles. First off, we're going to look at it from spiritual science point of view, then from cosmology, then from spiritual physics, which is the new physics, then from biology, and then from psychology. First, spiritual science. We know in spiritual science, reading the Akashic records of all that is in this universe and other parallel multi-universes, that the Divine Father is the cosmic consciousness that rules behind the universe, before the universe was created, through the universe, in and around the universe, and beyond the material universe. This we call, in spiritual science, cosmic consciousness. It is the highest consciousness. It's beyond thought, symbol, language, or anything that can be comprehended by the physical, biological mind of a human. It is beyond, as we say, all things that can be thought. It is just simply beyond, well beyond, perfectly beyond. This is the Divine Father in spiritual science, that which is before creation. We know creation is the Divine Mother. Everything that's matter or energy in the universe is the Divine Mother. The Divine Father is everything beyond that, out of which the Divine Mother comes. That's the truth from spiritual science. Now in cosmology, and I won't go into all the different cosmologies, we could take the Haudenosaunee, the Egyptian, the Hindu, the Buddhist, any of the cosmologies of the cultures of the planet, historical, going back a couple of million years, or modern. Needless to say, though, we know that we have this symbology that the Divine Father in cosmology is the creator. And that's the whole point of what I'm trying to share with you now. In cosmology, the creator, in Mohawk we say Songwayatizo, is the Divine Father. Now in spiritual physics, and you know here I'm a physicist myself and a background in that, yet we need to come up with a new term. The spiritual physics is the term I'd like to come up with. I'm sure Einstein would approve, having read his journals and so on in spirituality, and the unity of what he called the cosmic consciousness and the universe being a kind, respectful, creative place. I encourage you to read Einstein's journals on true spirituality. Nevertheless, in spiritual physics, again, we are looking into what we call dark energy and dark matter, which pervades probably 80% of the known universe as we can study it scientifically from the material scientific point of view in terms of astronomy and so on. And this dark energy, this dark matter, is the same as what I've been calling cosmic consciousness. It is pre-creation, it is before creation, beyond creation, yet through and in the material universe and material world, including irradiating all the material objects inside your body and everything around you, including the table, chairs, floor, roof. This then is the Divine Father from a spiritual physics point of view, the dark energy and dark matter, which we're just learning from a materialistic physical science point of view, what it is and how it operates. Much more greater understanding to come in the remaining 500 years before to the future, before we really unify spiritual science and spiritual physics with the known material physics. now biology. Obviously, the human species at this point still fathers children through the male and the female human beings. This was not always the case back in early Lemuria, and I can guarantee from spiritual science that this will not always be the case about many tens of thousands of years in the future of the human species evolution. Nevertheless, at this point, the human species still is fathered by a biological male. And as some of you know, that in past lives, some of you women have been male and had been the father of many children, and some of you men in this life have been the father of children in past lives and maybe in this life as well. All to the good. The last point is the psychology of fathering. In a society and a global culture now that has been vehemently patriarchal in a very positive yet also destructive. There's always two sides to this patriarchal father archetype, as there is for every archetype. It has two sides. For tens of thousands of years now, we have been living with the hegemony of the patriarchal, militaristic father archetype. This, for many of you, young men and women, or older men and women, you may have had some challenging experiences with your own personal father. And this is part of the process of why I'm sharing the importance to transmute the father archetype within your relationship with your personal father and in your relationship with yourself. You learn to be a positive spiritual earth father and refather yourself. You can do this, whether you're a woman or a man, young or old, gay or straight. You can now refather yourself as you do some psychological inner work. When you do this, then you will also be able to be a good father, a positive father, a caring, kind, respectful, gentle, loving, unconditionally creative and positive father as you parent yourself and you parent your children. And in fact, the future of our planet is settling upon the fact that we can parent or father all the children we meet. Your neighborhood children in a positive way. If you're a teacher, it's very important for you to take a positive role as a mentor. That's the psychological aspect of a positive father. A positive, kind, caring, gentle, honest, straightforward, upright, righteous father in the way that you can mentor other people around you. Well, happy Father's Day to all of you. I hope this has given you some insightful inspiration for you to reflect on in your heart and to ask more questions and look for more positive questions and find the answers within your heart. Dr. Joseph Martin, all love and blessings. Om Namah Shivaya.